get the 2023 Clownfish comic books, including Crimson Ren Volume 1 and previously on Clownfish TV. We're offering a limited number of these books. In our second chance offer, go to shopclownfish.com. That's shopclownfish.com. Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about something we don't talk a lot about on this channel. We've done a couple of videos on it just because we think it's weird that the media keeps trying to bring it back again and again, and that is GamerGate.
Which, you know, contrary to what some people have put us on lists for, we were not part of GamerGate. We were not.
Didn't know what it was.
We weren't even, you know, doing this then. We were doing things, but it was about Disney and other stuff. It wasn't about that.
I had no idea any of this drama was going on in the video game space, but I think this is it. I think it's game over. Anita Sarkeesian.
All those attempts by the media, who are probably friends of hers, to reignite GamerGate so that they could, you know, do whatever, make money on it. They're gonna make movies on it. They give somebody a platform when no one cares anymore. You mean that didn't they reignite it?
Yeah, I think that you know, the fact that Anita Sarkeesian is shutting down Feminist Frequency after 14 or 15 years. I think it's 14 years. This after last year, we did do a couple videos because we thought it was very, very odd that the media started talking about GamerGate out of the blue. So this is all part of a bigger unified theory of everything. You know, all these media companies going out of business, selling off. They need to bring clicks in. It doesn't matter how they do it, but they have to bring traffic to their websites to survive, or they wind up like Vice and they get sold off for like next to nothing, or BuzzFeed. And, you know, they're like, hey, GamerGate gave us a lot of traffic back in 2014. Let's wind the clock back and go back to that, not realizing that the general public has definitely moved on.
Well, not even just moving on. People are on to their shit, and they're not falling for it anymore. They're like, we're not falling for this anymore. It's not going to happen.
I don't think we're getting the Elliot Page, now I guess it's Elliot Page led GamerGate comedy.
You can't do that because then it's a misogynistic move.
Yeah, there you go. So I think it's over. I think this is the end of it. I think it's this is kind of a coda. There are going to be people that pop up here and there that have squabbles, and we are going to have occasional hit pieces written about gamers. But you know, Sarkeesian was one of the key personalities in this whole debacle, and she's shutting her site down.
Nothing of value was lost.
Ran out of money, guys. Ran out of money.
That's what it sounds like. It sounds like it's a money issue. Wait, so when you tried, she doesn't want to talk about GamerGate, but keeps talking about it. We're going to do a movie and everything else. Keeps talking about it. No one cared. No one gave a shit. No one took the bait. I'm out of money now. Oops. Well, I guess I'm shutting down. It's because of the misogynist patriarchy.
Yeah.
Watch Barbie.
I think it's called Nobody Gives a Shit. So we're going to talk about this. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. If you do, you'll get a woohoo. Woohoo! So we have Geeky here, who is, last time I checked, a woman. And
yeah,
she
if
does.
Anybody would know.
It
would be you and my mom.
Oh, and I thought Henry Cavill.
No. Anybody would know. It would be Neon and my mother, and they would both confirm I am indeed a woman. Yes.
So she has thoughts on this. She's sitting in this video. Of course, you know, everybody's like, oh my God, Polygon's like, how? What? She's shutting down her site after 15 years. We were talking about representation very early on in a mainstream way. Yeah, this pretty much was like, I think, kind of the start of it. Sites like hers. And then, you know, we got the Polygons and the Kotakus and Resetera and all that. And it became...
Well, a lot of them are journalists. They're probably friends of hers.
Yes. And that group of people basically took over the gaming media, the gaming press, and yada, yada, yada stuff happened. You can go check out multiple threads on it or whatever. It's very, very well documented. And fast forward, and here we are. Less than 10 years later, GamerGate's about fucking dead. Finally. Like the whole thing's about done. I mean, they tried the New York Times tried to bring up GamerGate in relation to freaking Fortnite and 11-year-olds playing Fortnite. Like, it's going to be the next generation of toxic shithead gamers. My God, yeah. My sons are using internet slang.
Okay, I do want to say, as somebody who's played games being a woman, and I know some gamers that are women, you do get a lot of shit online. I'm not going to say that you don't. And there's a lot of people who don't behave that way. I think the majority of people don't. But you get these people who are like, I'm behind a username and I'm never going to say it to their face. But since I'm a coward and I'm hiding behind a name, I'll make comments like, you want to ride? You can ride my dick. Hey, bitch. You're a bitch. I love.
Yeah, mention you're a bitch.
Yeah,
also a bitch.
Say bitch,
Yes.
and then my sister tells stories of things people say to her, and like one of them was about it's about her. So I forget. Like she'll turn it back on them. Like I mean, like if someone would say to you, "Want to ride my dick?" She'd probably say something like, "Well, if you had one." Or something like that. Things like that. She turns it back on them. But I know for a fact, I've seen it, that you get a lot of shit. But a lot of times it's squeakers too.
Yeah.
So, and they call everybody a bitch. So, it's gender neutral for them.
This is the internet. Anytime anyone is anonymous, they are emboldened to attack people they don't like for whatever
Right, it's okay
reason.
when they do it.
It's okay when they do it, It's okay when they do it. But yeah, she's saying she's shutting it down because she's tired. I think she's broke. That's the problem.
What is the statement exactly?
Here is the exact statement.
It's a long statement.
Of course it is. You can't just say, hey guys, that's it. I don't fucking feel like it anymore.
With my heart stuffed full of a million different emotions, today I share news with you that Feminist Frequency is closing. Our staff and board members, they had board members, have done so much to help me prepare to make this announcement today. They gave me a safe space, but it still feels like taking a deep breath and jumping off a diving board to communicate this message to the countless people, all 10 of you, who have turned to Feminist Frequency, supported our work, and floated me, because I'm not saying that word, up over the years, blah, blah, blah.
Floated me?
Yeah, because I can't say that word. It won't come out right. You don't understand. I tried saying it a couple times. It didn't work. After I made the conclusive decision that the time has come to close Feminist Frequency, my first fully formed thought was, holy fuck, that's all of us who have been on this journey together, have done so much.
Yes, you have. You all have.
We made changes to an industry that were desperately needed. Where? Shake up the status quo and distributing content in the early days of video punditry. Here's the thing. No, you didn't, because women are still getting harassed on games. So you didn't do jack shit. While you weren't the first voices in the conversation about inclusion in gaming, we were part of building a community. Yes, and that community doesn't, you did such a great job that whenever they try to cancel someone like J.K. Rowling, it just sells more games.
Fantastic
and thank
job.
God for their work moving forward, we can now fuck bears. It's,
yeah, you can fuck bears.
You can thank Feminist Frequency and their friends.
You can tell one of the most popular writers in the world that happens to be a woman to go fuck herself.
Right.
You tell women. You can tell women in media to go fuck themselves.
And it's completely fine because thanks to this. Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. So I know you're asking, why now? Why not then? That's what I want to. The best answer I can give is the honest truth. I'm exhausted. My bank account is exhausted. I know that it's not unusual for nonprofits to have a life cycle shorter than a lot of people would like, because they go out of business because they spend their money on stupid things and they're not sustainable.
Remember Time's Up? Yeah, that was like a 2-year thing.
Usually nonprofits, they have to make it on donations and things like that, and nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
But there are unique challenges when they're so entwined with an individual me who has become a symbol. Oopsie. You mean the symbol that when no one talked about you, you kept going on trying to start GamerGate again, and you hate talking about it, but you're going to keep talking about it because it's on you, and you don't want anybody to stop talking about you?
Yeah.
Because honestly, I didn't know who the hell you were, except for the fact that people bring you up with GamerGate. Honestly,
that's basically it. That is. Look, I don't talk much about her. I don't know much about her, except every time I hear the name, I think GamerGate. That's literally it. You are intrinsically linked to that forever, and for all the her hating of it, talking about it. She sure does talk about it an awful lot.
I know, right? But, oopsie doopsie, I'm the icon. I'm so special.
Did I do that?
I'm hoping that it'll be valuable to share the reality of the bone-deep burnout that comes from consistently saying yes to the growth of Feminist Frequency. There is no growth.
No,
how long did it take the Kickstarter to get delivered? I don't even know.
I don't know. I have not been following that. Apparently,
there's no growth.
Apparently, they had a Kickstarter like 11 years ago, and I don't know if it ever got. I have no idea.
Often at the expense of protecting my personal boundaries and the workload of our team. You don't do jack. You're closing because no one gave a fuck. I'm not trying to be a bitch bitch here, but like, you know, I speak fluent bitch, so I'll speak to bitch to you. Nobody cared. You have to shut down. It's not because you're an icon. It's not because you're overworked. It's because nobody gives a fuck.
Well, actually, I have to correct you. I have to mansplain.
You would? Of course you would.
I have to mansplain to you. I have to correct you. Fucks were given, and that was one of the bones of contention with GamerGate, was that fucks were given.
Yes,
in
okay.
exchange for other goods and services.
When you're doing all that, it's exhausting. I mean,
it is. It is exhausting.
I just can't. Well, it said in my piece about the harassment that myself and others have experienced over the years. Now, I'm not going to say that doesn't happen in gaming, and you can get pissed at me all you want.
Absolutely happens.
It totally does
absolutely happens.
But I've seen men get harassed too. So, but I mean, there's a lot of harassment. I've seen it. You know, that is true. And Sally, it still goes on. So all your work did nothing. I can express both a sense of pride that the conversation about online abuse has become part of our lexicon. But the reality has come at the cost of my health and well-being.
It took you 14 years to get to this.
But every time everybody forgot about her, she kept putting another article up. Here I am.
Yep.
You know, if it was such a toll on you, why the hell did you keep coming back all the time when no one cared and no one asked you to?
This is just crazy. Yeah. So the game that they have a games and online harassment hotline is going to be available through September 30th. Help! Somebody said fuck on Call of Duty. What am I going to do? What am I going to do?
What are they going to do about it? Most of the places don't do jack shit. Sorry. They're not going to do anything.
I mean, they are, and I think it's overbearing in some level. They are, cracking down on quote unquote hate speech on, PlayStation and Xbox consoles. And,
then good luck, because every time you play a game, there's always some little shit that comes in there. You know, your mom, fuck you, you fuckity beepity asshole, cunt sucking, whatever, you know.
Whoa.
I'm just like.
Asshole and. No, it's funny. I'm leaving that in.
I'm so sorry, Mom.
You can suck both holes.
I'm just saying. These people come on there and they say stuff like that. And it's absolutely terrible. And they still do it. So you did nothing. And they don't do anything about it. So they're seizing up.
No, it's funny. I'm keeping it in. It's not really bad.
You need a warning on that, because that's bad.
Oh my God. No, we don't. We'll just put they put an explicit warning on it.
This one uses all kinds of words. Anyway. But they're going to gradually cease their operations completely next year.
Yeah, we're going to phase it out. What
can you phase?
I think they've been phased out. So let's see how popular.
They've been by the public.
How popular actually are they? Because they're like, it's exhausting and hold on. Ouch.
Yes, it's got to be so exhausting to not get any views whatsoever and do a video once a week. Completely tiring.
Oh my God. Yeah, this is completely exhausting. I don't know what else they do, but 500 views, 800 views.
Well, you know, she's an icon of the movement.
Of the movement. Yeah. Wow. Just wow. This is some good stuff here. Yeah, they're completely irrelevant. Completely irrelevant.
But it's because we're overworked.
It's because we're overworked, guys.
And it's because everybody keeps harassing me when no one knows who I am anymore, gives two shits. They're harassing me for my own well-being.
Oh my God.
Those toxic men are still harassing me.
Yeah, I'm sure the
my
comments.
My therapist says they're in my head, but
comments are turned off. I'm sure they are. God, whatever. Yep. Went from like 10 years ago having like 5 million views on a hot take about video games to like, you're lucky if you break 1,000 views.
Mm-hmm. But it's not because they're not getting any traffic or because they're broke. It's because she's just exhausted.
This is the problem, though. This is coming from Polygon, right? Sarkeesian's work made feminist critique of the video game industry impossible to ignore. And developers listened. Yeah,
that's why the industry sucks and is the games in duo.
Yeah. Apparently they're not listening very much because you can't break 1,000 views on a video now. Mm-hmm. And they're still putting videos out, but you're not getting it. Nobody's watching. Nobody is watching your shit. They don't care, because even if there were good points at the beginning or whatever, right? Even if there were valid points at the beginning, there has been so much toxic bullshit and pearl clutching and cancel culture campaigns and all this shit over the last couple of years. That didn't they try to take Nolan Bushnell's? I don't know if she was involved in that or not. I'm trying to remember. They tried to take Nolan Bushnell's award from him or something.
Well, this is funny. This is not the first time Sarkeesian has considered shutting down Feminist Frequency.
What?
She found it reached its natural conclusion several times before, but she wouldn't fucking go away. And now she's apparently going away. But this time, because she probably tried to get money again. And the last time she probably got cash infusions, and this time she couldn't get it.
Well, no, that's exactly it. I think that's what's going on.
No, that for sure we think. But if I were a betting person,
I think she knows it's a good time to wrap it up because the odds are not in her favor now. All these media outlets that supported her are getting sold off or shut down, or they're pivoting their content, or her favorite journos, the people that propped her up, are getting replaced with bots. You know, she doesn't have the support system anymore. It's over. It's over. This time it's sticking. Beyond needing to rest and recover from the burnout, she believes that there's no value.
What burnout? Okay, several years ago, at the height of anybody giving a shit, I could see burnout. But it's been years later, and no one even hears about Feminist Frequency or her anymore. And now she suddenly burnt out.
Yeah, what?
Burn out on money.
Well, that's it. The money has run out. They're like, oh, there doesn't need to be a catastrophic ending. No, the catastrophic ending was years ago. GamerGate's over. You're irrelevant. And yeah, whatever good points, if there were any good points made during this whole time in video gaming, I think people are like duly noted. And now they're like, okay, moving on.
That's it. They kept trying.
Moving on.
Yeah. Money's going away. And then there was this concerted effort to try to bring her name back up and to bring up GamerGate again. Even herself. I don't want to talk about it, but here I am talking about it. It's called You Didn't Have Money.
So what the legacy is going to be, from my vantage point, what the legacy of all this drama is going to be is the video game industry has learned to cancel problematic men. The video game industry has learned to make female characters ugly in video games because we can't have women feeling bad about themselves because Tanya's too hot.
A lot of the women like the characters that are pretty. Like, I always like the characters that are pretty because even, I was more mad that sometimes the pretty characters didn't have as much fighting ability. But the ones that did, it was like, I want to play that one.
What about the gay ladies? They like the tatas.
Oh, no, they don't count. See, it's feminism is according to this person only.
Okay.
And clearly Anita doesn't, she likes dick.
Oh, God.
I think she did that. I don't know. Maybe
so it's over. It's over. It's been over. Oh, yeah. Naughty Dog director Neil Druckmann has spoke about how Sarkeesian's work influenced him personally, how she influenced his decision-making Uncharted 4. And again, I think she got her meat hooks into, as I understand it, Last of Us Part 2. So yeah,
that explains quite a bit.
She's had a lot of influence on the industry, not for the better. Anytime she comes up, a lot of people, they either
roll their eyes,
wince. And I think she's burned a lot of bridges too. I think maybe even if, give her the benefit of the doubt, even if her intentions were good at the beginning, she literally became a meme. She became a cartoon. They literally had cartoons about her.
This is funny. They're like, well, the reason that people could talk about harassment and sexism in the industry is because of her efforts. Well, no, because a lot of people talked about it. A lot of women talked about it before her and how they would get harassed or whatever. And it wasn't just her. She just happened to be a journalist who had a bigger platform.
Her recent project, students used videos like lingerie is not body armor and strategic butt coverings.
Lingerie isn't body armor, and that is kind of, but whatever.
What if you've got some iron panties? Some chainmail panties.
Well, you better hope every arrow hits the chainmail panties.
But put a big target on it. Well, no, see, that is your strategic advantage. If you're wearing a thong, the men are going to be preoccupied looking at your bits, and they're just naturally just going to try to aim for your bits. And
no, but I do know that a lot of guys pretend to be girls in games wearing girl, bikini armor to try to get guys to give them shit.
How do you know that?
Neon wouldn't know anything about that.
Yes.
What'd you, Neon?
I wouldn't know. You're correct.
He doesn't do it now. Just clarification.
I did that before we were married.
Before me, yes.
Ultima Online, I had a character with white hair and bikini clad, yes, and I got all kinds of magic goodies from God.
I'm just telling you, most of the women in games that are running around in those outfits are probably dudes.
They would just give me good stuff. I just show up and flash my tits, and I would get good stuff. I tried playing as a dude. Nobody gave me shit. They're like, you go grind.
Did you flash your tits?
Not as a dude. But they're like, you go grind like everybody. Go chop some wood. Go kill some rabbits. I'm sorry, you kill rabbits. Go kill some animals or
I
some
love rabbits. Deer and rabbits are like my favorite.
And nobody
sea
paid
turtles.
attention to me. But as soon as I had tits and a fantastic ass, I got all the good stuff in the game from all the nerds. Like they were just like, here, have my magic lightning sword of
You date
killing
me?
it. Yeah, somebody wanted to date. Somebody wanted to date. Yes, but then I had my dog rabies go after. It was a long story. It ended.
Pretended to be a woman and dated some dude on the game to get stuff. Now, granted, that was a long time ago.
I was
Don't
in
worry,
I was like 20.
I've already lectured him on why that was a shitty thing to do.
It was a game. It's pretend. It's all pretend. I got the good shit though.
For that game, Nia identified as a woman.
I did, but I got good shit. I had like 4 or 5 different characters on that shard, and including the poison muffin man, who made poison muffins, and everybody bought them, and then they died. And they're like, what the hell? I'm like, hey, I told you, what the fuck is my name? I am the poison muffin man. The muffins are fucking poison. If you eat it, that's on you. They're like, oh, this is delicious. And then they drop dead. I'm like, it's on you, man. Fucking stupid. I put it right on the damn label. It's in my name.
Anyway, are we wrapping this up?
I mean, if I called myself bad guy, would you get it?
I do.
Would you get it?
I do have to agree, though. The lingerie body armor is a bit ridiculous. But anyway.
It is. All right. It is the end. It is the end. What'd you do?
Finally good news.
Finally good news. People are celebrating the end of Feminist Frequency. That is it. That is it. Because, oh yeah, no, that's what it was. It was like, yeah, she was like charging all kinds of money to open a Discord. That was her.
That was what she was doing.
Yeah, that was her thing. Yeah. It was like, what the hell?
I don't even know.
So stupid. All right, we're going to wrap it up. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. Talk later.
Bye.
Help support the channel. Go to thereef.support and get early access to podcasts, videos, and other content. That's thereef.support.